Boris Johnson, the former Prime Minister of UK, claimed that my immigration system was superficial and my immigration system was better than any Prime Minister. He was just criticizing Prime Minister Starmer and also a little bit Sunal as well. He told that Starmer is unable to control the migration and the migration is so speedy now currently that we think that UK will full of the people. Boris Johnson also claimed that the things of illegals becoming very worse these days in the era of the Starmer. He also told that these discussions regarding right hand protest and left-handers protest and right hand and the left hand, the difference is also being created in the Starmer government. He also told that students are coming in many numbers and closing of the dependent visa never mean number of the individuals will decrease, number of the migrants will decrease. He also told that the housing crisis is becoming very superior, and if anybody is claiming that housing crisis will resolve in the future, it's very difficult until the special immigration instructions are not being announced. He also claimed that Starmer is not able to give effective immigration plan until now, and that immigration plan will allow only the genuine, useful and professional people and the work permit who are the genuine. He also claimed that the work permits which issued more fake during era of the Starmer, especially the caretakers. Now there are discussions going on, but before these analyses I would like to tell you the one more thing, then you will be able to understand why Boris Johnson is speaking. Then you will be able to understand why Boris Johnson is appreciating himself. Remember, Boris Johnson is appreciating himself. Other person is not appreciating, any person else in parliament is not appreciating. He himself appreciating that I am the right man, Starmer is the wrong man, and other prime minister are wrong prime minister, I am the right prime minister, I did very well, other people did not very well. So I think when the people will appreciate any person came into media who was very popular in current era, like vice president, like in parliament house, or any the public of UK, which I'm talking about, which are the main stakeholders in selection of the Prime Minister, if they will speak that Boris Johnson policies were correct, then that's another thing. But Boris Johnson self speaking against Starmer is little bit doubtful, because why I'm talking about. I will refer the US elections, then I will come back to this discussion. You will be able to understand what I wanted to convey the message. In US election, currently, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is fighting for the presidential election. There is no discussion going on. There is no discussion of the food. There is no discussion of the health. There is no discussion of any other significant topic like taxes, like food, like housing crisis, like only significant discussion is migration. Now each person is talking about the migration, that when migration will occur, when immigration will occur, and they are talking about illegal migrants, they are talking about immigration policies, and Kamala Harris think my plan is superficial and Donald Trump think my plan is superficial. All persons are effectively talking against each other, but their target is one to control the migration. Why they are thinking? Because they think public wants to control migration. If we will be able to give good plan to control migration, and we will be able to win as a president. So it means Kamala Harris and Donald Trump think that now currently, if we want to become president, we want to understand what the USA people desire. USA people desire that their president must control the migration. Similarly, I come back to the Canada. Canadian Prime Minister Justin, he was feeling huge resistance against the opposition. Now currently, significant changes in controlling migration and controlling mass migration. Migrants are much worried, but Justin was facing huge difficulty. Even his companion, associate, Mr. Singh, was going to refuse him in the Parliament House, and his seat was in danger. But still, he is safe until 2025 because new elections are coming, and he has to win new elections as well. So he is going to control migration. Why these people are saying this one? This is the stance of Canadian migration, Canadian people, Canadian citizens. Now I come back to the UK. UK citizens will speak what they want. Technically, the Boris Johnson say this thing. Understand? Each politician, each prime minister, ex-prime minister, or present prime minister, ex-prime minister, they will speak only that point, which is popular in the public. What I wanted to say. They knew that the point which is popular in the public, when you will speak that point, by this way, they will get more rating, they will get more votes, they will get more successes, they will get more popularity, and they will get their targets. Therefore, Boris Johnson is speaking that my migration policies were correct. Why? Because he is thinking that UK people are not satisfied from the Starmer immigration policy, and he is right. He is right. Therefore, he thought that in my interview, when I will speak, my migration policies were very powerful, and he also appreciating his work permits, that those were genuine. He is talking about dependent visas. The people were coming, but still the numbers were not decreased. And he was talking about housing crisis. Housing crisis was not much common in that time, and now housing crisis has been developed. So these are the criticism each prime minister is doing upon each other. Each individual is doing upon each other in each country regarding the migration, because migration becoming so much important, so much significant in getting popularity. So Boris Johnson definitely want to get popularity in the era in which he is living. In the UK, definitely his name is now shunned. Nobody is taking name of Boris Johnson. Now all bodies are taking Boris Johnson. I am also recording clip regarding the Boris Johnson. That's the main target, that in all social media, in all mainstream channel, he may be discussed at my migration policy. Then people come to them, what was your migration policy? Please guide Starmer, because we are just sinking. Illegal migrants are coming. The people who are coming here, they are not genuine. They have the fake documents, the fake work permits, and the students are not studying, and they are applying asylum. Illegals people are being increased. They are using our taxes. Please do this thing, because he knows the heartbeat of the UK citizens. That's why he spoke. Now I will tell you how much he was correct. He was correct, little a bit, no doubt about this. But I will tell, if he would have been in place of the Starmer, same thing will happen. Because this is not the policies which you can make. This is not the one individual based policies. Means Starmer cannot do anything. That is a full team work. Immigration department and other team workers, they sit together and they do voting also. And sometimes they decide, for example, they decided to not to send migrants to the Rwanda, and they try to send them back to home country. Starmer weakness is that they cannot combine his own team. For example, his immigration team, heading by Prime Minister Starmer, he must have meeting that. My plan is that I want to control migration. I want to allow only genuine people to enter United Kingdom. I want to stop the fake work permits. I want to stop fake healthcare workers. I want to stop the people who are applying asylum. I want to stop the boats coming from the France. I want to stop the people who are coming from the France. I want to send back to the France. Believe me, this meeting will make a hero. And 3 announcements in the public that I did meeting with the immigration department. I am bringing these changes. Remember, Prime Minister Justin did not implement those changes instantly. Just Education Minister Mark Miller and the Prime Minister Justin, he just spoke some sentences, and the migration policies were changed later on, and they are still in a transitional process. But those sentences in the public, those press conference and those words spoken to the Canadian citizens started speaking, okay, that's good. You can be our Prime Minister until 2025, and your policy is looking good. And I think Starmer was not able to convince. I think he lacked convincing skill. There is no good counselor. And as he was a Prime Minister, I was expecting a lot, but he was not able to fulfill that target. Thank you very much.